Hello, everybody, and I hope all of you guys are having a great day. This training that we're doing right now, it's something that has been requested for a while and something that is near to my heart, just simply because there are so many people that don't have an idea what their purpose is. You've been so broken and so thrown to the side. Society has happened, life is happening. Like we always say, life is lifing right now. And so you're going through that. You find yourself in these spaces that you can't get out of because, a lot of us that have been in business for a really long time, strangely enough, this training is not even really a long training, but the things that are in it are powerful to get all at one time. Me and my dad were just sitting up last week and we were talking about this particular subject. And we were saying how people will go years and years and find little pieces here or there, and everywhere, but you just never really fully have it all together in one spot. So, what my hope for you through this training is really basically to try and stir it up a little bit, and try and get it to where you can find what you may be looking for all in just one spot. A little bit about me if you've never been on any of my trainings, if you've never seen me in person at any events or had a coaching session with me. My name is Rosina Marie. Um, Over 35 years in business, 14 certifications, including licensed NLP, CBT practitioner. I am a master business coach. I am licensed in grief and bereavement counseling, forensic psychology, and I am licensed in ministry. I do not practice in a church, but I am a minister, okay? So we're going to go ahead and move on from that. What I'm going to go ahead and give you is a graph that we're going to be using. So I actually have a PDF to this. So if you guys actually want this, you want to do the practice with some other people, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you want to do it, somewhere where you would just really like to use the practice to help some other people with it, feel free to reach out to me and I will give you the blanks of this. And there's a couple of things that I should have changed in here, but we'll go over it when we get to it, okay? So if you could just draw out your circles that are here. And then the very first insert that we're going to have on here, and we're talking about a particular thing. We're talking about something that moves you, right? It may be a thing. It may be a subject. It may be, something, um, you know, of that nature. Okay. So number one, you have to love it, right? Whenever you do something and we call it life's work, God's work, your higher power, something that moves you, right? It has to be something that you absolutely love. When you love something and the world needs it, it makes it even more powerful, right? You hear all the time, or we always say to each other, or we say in the classes, or we say in trainings, look for something that is needed and you've made it. How many times have you heard people actually say that before? Fill a need and you've made it to where you're trying to essentially get to. Obviously, a few other things go in with that, but half the battle is having something that is needed by other people. And if it's something that the world needs, you can't get, any better than that. When you have something you love, you're winning. When you have something that the world needs, you've gone 10 steps further. Now, this right here should have been the other way around, and I do apologize for that. It says, are you paid for it? Okay. Are you paid for it? So it's supposed to say you are paid for it. So if there's something that you are paid for, if it's something that you love, something that the world needs, and something that you are paid for, you're definitely on the right track, right? Now, this is powerful. When it's something you love, something that the world needs, you're being paid for it, and you're great at it. My, you pretty much can run with that and just take it higher, higher, higher to much higher lengths, and be so fulfilled and so happy and so just ready to take on the world. And there's a couple of things that can knock you off that block. We're going to talk about those things too, because I need to make sure that you guys really know um what that actually looks like. So on to the next slide. So you guys have this. Take a screenshot of it if you need to take a screenshot of it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the blank, and so you can fill it out on your own. Now, when you have something and that you love and the world needs it, now we're on a mission, right? We're on a mission at this point. This means all things have to go to the side. We're in love with what we're doing. We found out that the world needs it. We're on a much bigger playing field. The mission needs to come in now. What do I mean by that? That means we're pen and paper, old school, to the tablet. We're trying to figure out who needs it, where we could put it. Is it right for a store? Is it right for a platform? Is it virtual? Is it tangible? Does it need to be packaged? How does it need to be done? Your mind is going a million miles per an hour trying to get whatever this thing is that you love out to the world, because we know that the world needs it, right? We need no distractions, okay? These are the types of things when you put together, that if a family member comes into town that you haven't seen for I don't know how long, you have to figure out, am I going over here and take this time to go and hang out with people? Or am I going to stay to what's in front of me? I'm on a mission right now, right? Do you want to go and have the visitation? Or do you want to put yourself in position to buy him a house next to you, and then you guys can be together all the time, right? You got to be uncomfortable to live comfortable for the rest of your life. I've been saying that forever. And that's my thing. So we're going to stay on the mission. This is when we walk into the house. We're going to tell our husband. We're going to tell our wife. We're going to tell the kids, listen, I got something going on. I need a month. I need 2. I'm going to be stuck in this whole thing. This is going to set us up for the future. You're on a mission and you need to move forward. Okay. Now, when you love it and the world needs it, you're on a mission. When the world needs it and you're paid for it, it's vocation. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. What is vocation? Vocation is a strong feeling of suitability for a particular career or occupation, meaning you are suitable for this thing. This thing is all you. It's all about you. It's all, it breathes, it lives, and it works through you. Not if you're, let's say you're a nurse and you work in a convalescent hospital, and you go there and you hate your job. This is not what you wanted to do. You ended up doing this after you got out of school. You go there, it's not your thing. You're more into computer tech or business or something like that. Some type of way you got stuck at this hospital. You're going in there, you're wiping people's mouths too hard. You don't want to change people. This is not your thing. That is not a suitable career for you. And so it's not going to breathe life into you, okay? When you hit vocation because of something, it's suitable. You breathe it, you eat it, you sleep it, you want it, it's suitable for you, okay? Now, moving on to the next one. When you love it and the world needs it, it's a mission. When the world needs it, you are paid for it, it's vocation. When you are paid for it and you're great at it, it becomes a profession, okay? And most people hate their professions. When you actually have something where you love your profession, you get up early in the morning, you get up an hour early, in the morning, 2 hours early in the morning, you're working on it before you even get to your office, or you're working on it before you even turn your computer on. That is a really, really big deal when something like that is going on, is when it becomes a profession for you. Now, if you love it and the world needs it, it's a mission. If the world needs it and you're paid for it, it's vocation. If you're paid for it and you're great at it, it's a profession. When you're great at it and you love it, it becomes a passion. And I got to pause right there, you guys, because that's huge. Rarely ever does anyone in this day and age find something that they are passionate about. Rarely ever does that happen. Okay? What happens when something becomes passionate? When you're passionate about something, what happens? Whenever you're passionate about any particular thing, whatever you're passionate about becomes purpose. It becomes your reason for everything when you're passionate about it. Just in itself, you loving something, the world needing that thing, you being paid for that thing, you're great at that thing, that right there is enough to really elevate you and put you on a whole nother level of happiness. When you're happy, the money comes, okay? When you're in shape and you're happy, the money comes. You have even more money, right? So we're always talking about wealth and being fit or being healthy, wealthy, and happy. That whole thing is a part of you being passionate about something. But when you're in love with something, the world needs it, you are paid for it, you're great at it, it turns into a passion, and your passion becomes your purpose, right? And at that point, I'm going to tell you something. We're going to bring it all the way back around. Stay focused when you find out what it is that you really want to do. Rarely ever will people find out exactly what their purpose is, right? It's not an easy thing to do because people go through life and they get knocked down, right? You may say, okay, this is my thing and this is what I want to do. I want to write children's books, okay? And that's what I want to do. I love kids. I have a word. I have something to say. I really want to put these things into words and so people can feel a certain way. When I was growing up, I didn't feel, loved, but I want other people to feel that way. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this book together and we are going to, get this out there, right? Now, if you're going along and you're writing your children's book and all of a sudden somebody says to you, I don't know about this, or somebody, another person just wrote a book that was just like this. I don't think that this is going to work. I don't know. You might be just wasting your money. You go home and you think about that. There may be other people that wrote books like this, so maybe mine isn't needed. You're listening to the one person. You're a life changer. You're a life changer, okay? And you're listening to a person without a dream. And you start all over again. You start all over again. There were multiple people that particular book could have helped, but you start all over again because your environment has now let you down. So what could have become your purpose no longer matters. It's no longer a factor. You're not thinking about it anymore. You've thrown that little transcript to the side, and there were multiple people out there who actually needed to hear what you had to say. But because the negativity was allowed to come in, you no longer have that drive. You no longer love it. In your eyes, the world no longer needs it. So you will never be paid for something that could have taken you through your whole entire life because that was the start of your career. You will now never be great at it because you didn't give yourself a chance, right? So here we are starting all over again with another thing when you could have been fine and doing what you needed to do with the first one, okay? So this is what I want to tell you guys. Environment means everything. Who you surround yourself with means everything. And I know you hear this from a million different people. Oh, you're only as good as the 5 people around you. And you're only as rich as the people's bank accounts that's, around you. And this and that, all of that stuff matters. But I'm going to tell you one thing that I know for sure. Be careful who you allow in your business and who you tell your business to when you are ready to do something that you know could be extremely explosive. When you want to open up your mouth and tell your business, go to a notepad, have a pen in your hand, write down whatever it is you need to do. Go in the bathroom, talk in the mirror, do anything you have to do to make sure that you hold on to what your heart is telling you could work for you. Because you can go home right now, right? And you walk in the house and you're in this great mood. You've been to the gym, you've been doing all these things, and you walk into the house and somebody says something out of line to you. And you sit down and you think to yourself, who did I think I was? Who did I think I was to think that I could pull this off? People are going to be looking at me like I think I'm too good for them. People are going to be looking at me like I think, I could do this, or I look better, people are talking to me and people are looking at me like, I need to be quiet, like I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys, please, I'm going to tell you right now, get out of that mindset. Get out of that mindset. What is for you is for you. Okay? Believe in you. Believe in what it is you have in front of you. Work hard to take it to the next level, to get it to the next step. If you believe in it, 9 times out of 10, there's someone else who believes in it too. There's someone else who needs it. There's someone else who needed to see it. And stop taking advice from people that shouldn't be giving it to you. I don't need to point out who those people are. You know who they are. I don't care if you need to go to a park, take your shoes off, walk through the grass, ground yourself, do whatever it is you need to do to not let go of your dream and be ordinary, because you are extraordinary. And when you figure that out, when you figure out that you should have done what you set out to do in the beginning, I don't want you to be stuck in the same exact place 10, 15 years down the line because you chose to listen to someone that you're still giving rides to a store. Okay? So that was our purpose training. My hope is that you got something out of it. If you want the blanks on the PDF, please let me know and I will get them over to you. Thank you.